Ether. I got this.
Hey folks, this is ioEther, and we're back with some more World of Tanks. So, Great Bob is in this ELC. It's a tier 6 game on, I want to say Runeberg, but that's not it. Oh, Runeberg. Runeberg's a completely different map. Anyways, not the point. But this, by the way, guys, for everybody who wants to get on the channel, this is pretty much guaranteed to get you on the channel. It's a platoon of ELCs, one of my favorite tanks in the world, and they should be a lot of fun to watch, especially since they're in a tier 6 game, so they should have free reign over the map more or less. Now, of course, before we get into the game proper, if you do want to support the channel directly, the best way, as always, is my game list link, linked in the description below, or you can hit that like button. But the game list does things like allow me. Ooh, right, I should do this because also our Cromwell's blue. Just so everybody knows. That's great. Game list allows me to give back to you guys for supporting the channel. So lets me give you guys perks and stuff like that, but doesn't really matter because after shooting the team enough to turn blue, our Cromwell kills himself. Great. So getting a shot in on the enemy T-50 before he dies, as friend just pour fire into him, and we almost got shot by our own Grant there. Luckily the ELC is so tiny that shot went over us. And this guy is going to get tracked in the open. This Great Bob gets a little bit of air there, managing still not to get killed, which is good. And we got some artillery fire coming in. I'm sorry, I'm not feeling all that great today, so yay. Ugh. Anyways, sorry for the yawn again. I'm doing this before work. I actually woke up in time to do it today versus every other day this week. Churchill 1. Nice little bit of an E-brake turn there. Put a shot into the Churchill. Now he's past the Churchill's gun. It's just going to be a matter of putting more and more shots into the poor Churchill. He's not going to be able to do anything about it as Great Bob finishes them off. And has 3 kills, 1 for each of the platoon mates, as Great Bob checks the back of the map to make sure there isn't an artillery or a tank destroyer hiding back there waiting to ambush. And the rest of the team isn't necessarily doing as well as we are. And that is to be expected, though, considering the fact that we have 3 heavy tanks versus their more than 3. Well, I guess it's only 3 versus 5, but still. It's still they still outnumber us. ELC is not particularly great for shooting on the move unless you're really, really close to the target and can't possibly miss. Ooh, that was probably actually a bit of friendly fire from one of the guys back here trying to hit that ELC, and I think we managed to catch the shell instead. Oh well, it will happen. There's the enemy AMX 13F3. We're going to be loaded in time. We are, but it's not going to do anything because HE, oddly enough, doesn't necessarily kill Artie in one shot. Though you really wish it did. It's kind of a debate as to who's going to reload first, but in this case, it looks like it was in fact us. Hoot! As they already just sat there and waited to die. Now the experimental is going to be a little bit of an issue because he's more mobile than you might expect, but not when he's not expecting an attack. He isn't. The Cromwell will be back there though. Can definitely take us all apart if we're not careful. As the first ELC goes down, Great Bob is circling around. Our platoon mate dies sadly at the hands of the Cromwell. And that tracking shot actually was beautiful for spinning us around exactly the right way and letting us take out the Cromwell. That was beautiful. Thank you, Mr. Cromwell. Now, unfortunately, in the midst of all that, we get shot by our teammate again. I think at this point, Great Bob has taken more damage from the friendly team than from the enemy team. There's an OI directly in front of us who's going to be an issue. He knows we're here. He's got to know we're here. Great Bob's just waiting for him to get distracted or to fire like he did. And now Great Bob's going to get around behind him, or rather underneath his gun to the side, and just start pumping rounds straight through the side of this tank. There's nothing this guy can do about Great Bob now, except he can try and kill him by ramming him. But other than that, this guy is just dead. And that's pretty much exactly what he's trying to do. He's trying to get his tank to swing around enough that he can basically bump Great Bob to death. And Great Bob is just doing an amazing job sticking on this guy's side and continue to put fire into him every time his gun is loaded. With the penetration and damage on the 90 mil on this thing, the ELC does a great job at taking apart enemy heavy tanks who aren't paying attention enough to not let the ELC take the shots. Now the OIs are so big that you can't possibly do anything about it, not really, once they get around beside you. If the OI though could use a rock or a wall, he could start to scrape Great Bob off, but that poor guy was just standing out in the middle of what amounted to an open field, just waiting to die as Great Bob continued to press his attack. Now he only has 56 health. These two remaining OIs are pretty much on full health, or nearly. It's going to take a minimum of 3 shots? Yeah, it's going to take a minimum of 3 shots to kill one of them and 4 shots to kill the other. So that's if we don't low roll on everything. If we high roll, it might be less, but doubtful. Actually, if we get exactly average damage, it's going to take 5 shots to kill the second one. So we got to high roll a little bit to kill the second one in only 4 shots. But if they separate and they're not together, then Great Bob can jump on that opportunity as soon as he finds them again. There we go, and start to take them out. Now we know that that one just fired. We know that his friend is not nearby, or not, very close nearby anyway. And so it looks like Great Bob is actually going to go for the friend instead of going for the guy where he knows where it is. It's an interesting tactic. I don't know if I would do this, but oh no, he is just, I'm assuming he's going to go scouting. That's what he's doing now. He is going to go look and see if he can spot both of them. He might be just spotting for artillery, and not thinking about engaging them directly. But he's running up here. He's going to see if he can. There, that is the OI. He's got the OI's side. He's going to come charging in and trying to dodge this shot, managing to dodge the first shot. And this is a dead. Ooh, nice handbrake turn. He gets right beside him, almost rams himself to death on the OI. He's down to 10 health. Artillery shell comes in, and now when he reloads, boom, dead OI. But now he's only got 10 health remaining. He can't possibly do anything like accidentally brush up against this other OI, or he is dead. But we know what tactic he's going to employ. He's going to wait for artillery to pummel this guy a little bit. He's now only a 2-shot if we had rolled pretty high. There already misses, and we're going to wait for him to commit to a direction, and then Great Bob's going to come sprinting out from the other side and take this guy on. There, OI has committed to a direction. Come on. Done deal. That is a dead OI. No! Oh, Great Bob. You should have just kept going with that. He is locked on to the OI. OI's turret is not turning as fast as it used to. I'm going to assume it's been damaged. Ah, wow, good play there, backing up until the auto lock told him that he was in fact going to hit, and then just pulling the trigger. At that range, it would have been hard for him to miss that shot, but still possible. But either way, well done. And he knew with his health so low, it would have been very hard for him to get up close and start side scraping, or not side scraping, but scraping up against his side, because it quite possibly would have led to death. And if he died, most likely this would have been the end of the game. But wow, good job. I just realized some small thing. I'll tell you guys about it in a sec. Oh wow, Mastery Badge, Ace Tanker, Spotter, Hand of God, Bruiser Duelist, and Fire for Effect. And then we get into the good stuff, the Radley Walters, and the High Caliber, and then sure, whatever, Top Gun. So he got shot a bunch of times, and some of that was definitely friendly fire, which is unfortunate. Now we get to the bad news, is that so he got 8 kills for the Radley Walters. Peroxide got 1 kill, and then Dead On Arrival got 2 kills. That's a total of 11. They need 12 for a crucial contribution. That's really sad. It means if they had managed to snag 1 more kill somewhere, this platoon would have got additional medals, which they really did deserve, considering how hard they carried that game. Well done, guys, by the way. That aggression early on definitely paid off. 18 shots fired, and 16 of those connected. Only 1 missed entirely, and that was the one fired on the move from like 3 miles away from his target. Well done. Almost 3,000 damage in ELC in any game is spectacular. Good job, sir. And a little bit of spine damage, because you gotta share some with your allies, right? Compensation for damage caused by allies wasn't as high as I thought it would be, but then again, his overall repair cost isn't all that high either. But he made good money. This is the low tier money making machine. If you want a tank that you can up your win rate, win rate stats in, and make a bunch of coin while you're at it, this is definitely the tank to do it in. It's as far as tier 5 machines go, it's mean, nasty, and awesome for making money in, and one of my true loves in this game. Anyways, so that was an awesome game. Thank you so much, Great Bob, for saying it in. And thank you all for watching. Remember, if you want to help support the channel directly, then my game list link is in the description below. Or you can hit that like button. That would help out quite a bit as well. Have a good night all. This is ioEther out.